reality TV personality and rap artist was arrested early Monday morning outside a nightclub in Miami Beach. Police arrested 39-year-old Atasha Chizad Jefferson, better known as Tommie Lee, at approximately 2:20 a.m. outside Club Live, located at 4441 Collins Ave. According to police, officers arrived to find Jefferson being held with her arms behind her back by the victim in the incident. The victim told police that Jefferson, who he did not know, approached him suddenly in a very close proximity and tried to place something in his hand, according to an arrest report. Police said the victim did not take the item and tried to ignore Jefferson, who allegedly became upset and poked the victim in the face. It was after that physical contact that the victim grabbed Jefferson's arms and held them behind her back until police could arrive per an arrest form. During their investigation, police said they viewed surveillance footage that showed the incident, which corroborated the victim's account of what happened. Jefferson, who previously appeared on Love Hip Hop Atlanta, was arrested on a battery charge and taken to jail without incident. Current baddies and Love Hip Hop Atlanta star Tommie Lee ended her Sunday night in handcuffs as cops arrested her over a weird incident that allegedly went down at Live nightclub. According to Miami PD records obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, cops arrived on the scene to find Tommie being restrained by a man who claims he had just been assaulted by the 39-year-old reality star. The man told cops he was standing outside the entrance to Live when he was approached by TL, who he thinks was trying to hand him an unknown object. The guy says he didn't accept the item because he never met Tommie. He claims Tommie then became belligerent and aggressive and allegedly said she would have him killed. According to him, Tommie eventually got physical, poking him in the face during their altercation, which proved to be the last straw for him. The police report states the man immediately grabbed Tommie by the arms, turned her around, and held her until the cops arrived. Police reviewed the surveillance and found it lined up enough with the man's account to place Tommie under arrest for misdemeanor battery.
Another one, but before I stop, make sure you smash that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you do so, making sure that the notification bell is on with the option all, so when I upload my videos, you are the first one to watch. Also, make sure to leave a comment down below. So getting directly into it, I don't know what's going on with these baddies, but there are a lot of things going on. We all know that Chrisean just got arrested yesterday in court, you know, being Chrisean, thinking that she was invincible, and got caught up and got arrested. They're allegedly saying that they set it up because they had a feeling that she was going to appear into court for Blueface's case, court appearance, and that's when they was gonna snatch her up, and that's what they did. Now we get another baddie, Tommie Lee. She was, I guess, under the influence of some substance. She walked up to a man she did not know, allegedly. This is what the man is saying. And she assaulted the man. She actually poked him in the face because he refused to take what the man could not even identify, and he didn't know Tommie Lee for that matter, so he sure enough was not going to take anything from her, and she was under the influence and acting really weird and strange. I don't blame him. And then she gets mad and pokes him in the face. Now, she's very lucky. We're not on baddies, Tommie Lee and CashApp. We are in real life. And that was a man. You are lucky that he restrained you and did not put hands on you. He could have put a pause on you, and I mean, you both would have been arrested, or you could have been unalived. Anything could have happened. If there's any truth that this man does not know who Tommie Lee is, she could have put herself in a very compromising situation. As a lot of these baddies I've seen and heard of from the past, they get drunk and they do foolish things that they probably don't even remember the next day. Tommie has had a few run-ins with the law, and they always were surfaced around, some sort of influence that she was under, alcohol or some sort of drug, in my opinion, and it got her in a lot of trouble. I thought she had kind of sort of slowed down with doing, some of the things that she was doing. She appeared to me on social media not drinking as much as she was. This is going to definitely, if she has picked up the drinking heavy again, going to get her into a lot of trouble, because if you're walking up to a man at that, not even a woman, you don't know this man from a can of paint. What if the roles were reversed and he took advantage of you, um, threw you into his car and took you somewhere, and he had a dungeon in the basement and did something to you and no one ever saw you again? You got to be really careful of your surroundings and what you're doing under the influence and who you are as a celebrity and what can happen when you are caught slipping. And Tommie Lee definitely was caught slipping. I know when she woke up from, being drunk overnight and was sober, I know she was very embarrassed, because it's all around social media. And, this is going to be up for a lifetime. People are going to re record this incident, and her kids and her kids' grandkids are going to see this. And this is what the lasting impression for her generation is going to see. It's going to be a generational curse of thinking that this is okay to do because she's Tommie Lee. And, this is what we do in society in Hollywood. We have fun, we get drunk, we act irresponsible, we put our lives at risk, and there's no consequences to it. She's supposed to be leading by example, and once again, Tommie Lee is not leading by example. If anything, she's getting herself in awkward situations that could, possibly have her get, hurt or unalived. She needs to be very careful. I mean, if it is a problem still with Tommie Lee with the drinking, maybe she needs to go to a detox or some sort of a 30-day program. Get that figured out, because that's really dangerous when you're walking up to someone that's probably stronger than you. Proven facts that a man's a little bit more stronger usually than a woman. He's a stranger. That could have ended really badly. Like I said, he could have took her off somewhere and violated her, or we would have never saw her because of what she did to him. Take her off somewhere, violate her, and do have his way with her, and do away with her. You have to be really careful, when you're out here in these streets, and how you move as a woman. See, a man can fall into a ditch and be drunk and dust himself off, and the next day he's not going to be looked at the same way as if a woman fell into a ditch and dust herself off. The woman's going to be looked at badly. And she needs to know that even though it's not right, we shouldn't be, stereotyping things that way. It should be equal for both men and women. That is how it's looked at. It does not look right. It's not a good look for a woman to be out here acting messy and raggedy and putting herself in a situation where it could end up dangerous, or where she could be losing her life because she's poking a man in his face. And she should be lucky that he restrained her and called the police, because she may not have woke up that night, because he could have done something really extreme to her. He could have went to the left, like, I don't know who this woman is, and she's disrespecting me, and I feel as though I have every right to use force because she used it on me. But luckily, he just called the police. They sorted out the issue. Tommie Lee went to jail, and of course, she probably got a bail, and she should be out by now. I will definitely update you on this current situation, if I hear anything more from Tommie Lee. But I think it's safe to say, if I don't update you with any new findings of this situation, that's probably because Tommie Lee is hiding, or maybe not hiding, but not wanting to speak about that drunken, embarrassing night last night that she had. Because who does, when they wake up from being drunk and they're sober? They have to live with the consequences of their actions and how much of an idiot they made themselves look from the night before.